Hello, I'm David Ryan. I'm a journalist and author. I'm also a recent convert to Audible, the audiobook subscription service, and if I'd known about the benefits of being a member, I think I'd have joined years ago. So either I'm incurious or Amazon hasn't publicised it very well. In any event, here are the top 5 reasons why I love Audible. Number 1, it's convenient. Look, my eyes aren't getting any younger, and reading books in print isn't getting any easier. E-books, such as those on the Kindle, are convenient, but staring at a screen for long periods isn't healthy either. I like to use a text-to-voice app so that my smartphone reads to me. The downside of that is that even with AI technology, it still sounds a bit unnatural and robotic.
1909, it is with great delight that I put pen to paper to chronicle that the funds have been fully raised to proceed with my live stream.
Of course, with audiobooks on tap, I can just pop my earbuds in and listen to books while I'm in the gym or at the supermarket or doing the washing up. I'm multitasking, and that's marvellous. Number 2, and this is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people, it's cheaper than you think. I'm going to be using British pounds for this, but I'm sure that the principle applies everywhere. See, in the past, the turn-offs of Audible membership for me were A, I didn't want to give Jeff Bezos any more money, and B, buying a £7.99 credit every month for one book didn't seem like great value. Now, I can't do much about A, but I was completely misinformed about B. The crucial point I was missing, and which I don't think comes through in the marketing, is that while you're subscribed, you can listen to thousands of books from the Audible Plus catalogue. I'm enjoying this so much that watching television and films is becoming a secondary activity for me. I'm on a 4-month trial that's coming to an end very soon, and when it does, I don't have to go on the $7.99 monthly plan. Annual membership, whereby you buy 12 or 24 credits in one go, works out much cheaper, as little as £4.58 per credit, in fact. Now, considering that to buy a new hardback that everyone's talking about might cost you £15 or £20, that's a really good value way to stay in the loop. Third reason, it brings the classics to life. Quite a few of the titles in the Audible library are classic novels that are out of copyright. So of course there are cheaper ways to get hold of these. A lot of the time they're free, in fact. For instance, there's an app called LibriVox, where public-spirited volunteers read old books, and you can often find these on YouTube as well. That's a valuable service, but having actors does make a world of difference. For personal reasons to do with a long trip to India that I made 20 years ago, I wanted to read Kim by Rudyard Kipling. Unfortunately, I find Kipling a real chore, real hard going. And with all due respect to the guy on LibriVox, the free homemade audiobook didn't engage me. By contrast, Sam Dastor's reading on Audible Plus is bursting with character. I still didn't particularly enjoy it, but that was the spoonful of sugar that helped the medicine go down. Lately I've been listening to an anthology of H.G. Wells's science fiction novels, which is much more my cup of tea. And to my great surprise, I'm eyeing up a Jane Austen anthology, which leads me neatly to my next point. Number 4, I'm growing more adventurous. With Audible, I'm trying new genres and authors that are unfamiliar to me. A good example of this is the British novelist Kim Slater, who writes under the name K.L. Slater. When I saw that 4 of her psychological thrillers were about to leave Audible Plus, I listened to one of them called The Mistake. It's about the long-term after effects of a child's murder in a Nottinghamshire pit village. And I was hooked. And as I say, that's just not my genre at all. I would never have considered it before. In the space of a week, I listened to 3 of Slater's novels on double speed. And that's one more advantage of Audible. When you vary the speed, the reader doesn't sound like a chipmunk. Finally, point number 5, it's educational. You see, this week I felt the need to acquire a new work-related skill that would boost my earning power. And the first place I looked was the Audible search bar. While some of the books that I found there had to be paid for, others were free on Audible Plus. And luckily for me, some of those that I put on my Amazon wish list and that I'd been planning to pay for suddenly became free the very next day. And so naturally I was over the moon. So if you add all these factors together, you can see why I'm an Audible convert. But I'm interested in hearing what your experiences are, and if you have any tips, if there's anything you think I should try. Feel free to leave some comments below, and if you want to like and subscribe, that would be great. Happy reading. Listening.